All right, welcome back. And to Slurpathon 2022, Slurpathon 9, raising money for Extra Life. I will be your host for the next couple of games, Omax, and we are here with some Metal Gear Solid. So, take it away, Awesome Waves.
Hello, good evening. How are you all doing? Happy to be here at Slurpathon, running Metal Gear Solid. This is on the original hardware on the PS2. It's an integral version of the game, and I'm joined on commentary by Keto. If you want to say hello, Keto.
Hello, I've never played this game before.
He's a big fan, though, big fan. And Brofar is also here on commentary, last minute. And if you want to say hello, Brofar.
Hello, I'm a world-class runner for Metal Gear Solid.
So I'm relatively new to this. I'm actually normally primarily a Final Fantasy and RPG runner, but I decided to give this a go. It looked like fun, and the community were really cool. There's some really good guides if anyone does want to learn this, and specifically this category, no major glitches. There's fantastic YouTube tutorial guide for it, and I learned from that, and the rest is kind of history. So before we start, I just got to set up the language to English, vibration off, and I think we can start the run, and we can probably talk while I'm doing the beginning of the stuff. So I will start my timer. 3. Oh no, wait. Easy. 3, 2, 1, go. Perfect. Metal Gear
Good
Solid.
luck.
Thank you for the good luck. Metal Gear Solid, 1998's finest game release, and it's been a staple of stealth action games since. We play as Solid Snake, and we got to do some sneaking. First thing we got to do is that we're going to have to farm. We got to wait for the credits here on this section to pass anyway. So while we're waiting for it to pass, we're going to farm some alerts. And the reason we do
You'll notice that Stormtrooper.
the reason we do that is that they're called genome soldiers actually. It's one alarm. I press plus on my keyboard because I'm used to tracking the alarms. So we need to get, ideally I think we get 5 or 6 here. It's not a big deal. Where's this dude? The reason being is that near the end of the game, there's a moment that actually checks how many you have before then, and we want to have 10 by then. And by having 10 by then, we just skip a kind of an RNG fest of chasing a rat around a section. So this is all we're doing for the first bit.
Very, very stealthy gameplay going on right now. Being an absolute menace to these guards.
So that's 3 alarms. I don't think I should actually be throwing them, but I should have enough time to do whatever I feel like doing. He's coming. Ah, okay. So we're short 1 because I shouldn't have got seen there. You need to wait for the alarm to fully close out before you do it.
Oh, and if we've got time for a donation, there was one that came in between the games there real quick.
Yep.
So we got a $25 donation from Chrissy Mack. Thank you so much. I don't see an incentive on there, so let us know what that is, Chrissy Mack, when you have a chance. Otherwise, yeah, sorry, back to you.
Yep, all good. I think that's enough alarms. And the elevator arrives. This is it.
This is my favorite part of the speedrun. This guard is very attentive.
It's really
very good at his
so
job.
this is the kind of skips and stuff you can expect from this game. Gonna tap on this wall, run over here, and run onto the elevator. There we go.
He heard something. He's got to investigate
He
it.
knows there's something up, but he's not sure what.
He's part of the next generation special forces of the U.S. military.
There you go. He's been gene advanced. Badly, apparently.
Looks like it's runner's choice for the $25 there.
Stick it on.
Awesome.
Stick it on to Bod Mom.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Bod Mom for Veil 4. Let's keep that
Oh.
one rocking up top. For anyone.
That's true! Exclamation. Oh,
sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
Oh, good.
No. I was just gonna chill. Go ahead.
For anyone that's actually should stay around and watch the rest of the marathon, or a friend, because like I said, I'm primarily a Final Fantasy speedrunner. Final Fantasy X is next with the cutscene remover mod. So get your donations in for the names of the characters and the summons. Oops.
And that's actually what I was going to shill, is saying the donation incentives are open. Lots of great incentives. Right now we're doing a bid war for, the summon names and Titus's name. So, or Titus,
Nice.
however you want to pronounce it.
I personally like to pronounce it Gerald, but to each their own.
I mean, Gerald is valid.
So there's nothing major happening quite yet. We just did some quick maneuvering there, a little quick throw of a guard. What you'll see me doing quite often is I will always have a something in my hand, because Snake's model moves quicker while he's holding something. So the goal is to hold something as much as you can by unequipping something to throw somebody, so to throw a guard, and then I will immediately re-equip whatever I'm holding, so that the animation of me fully throwing them gets skipped also. Same applies to when I choke out a guard. I will equip whatever I'm holding just to cut the end of the animation short, save some time.
That's interesting. That's like the opposite of most games. Most games you move faster,
Without
unequipped.
holding, yeah.
I feel like, or at least Resident Evil, and I think Metal Gear Solid 3. I should know. I ran Metal Gear Solid 3 for like years, but.
So this room here, I've been having issues with it. So, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So if it works, the guard said, "What was that noise?" And that was simple as. It's hard to explain, but there's a box there on the left. If I didn't throw that grenade and alert the guard, he heard the noise of it exploding. He would have walked on the other side of the box. But because I threw the grenade, he heard it and moved left, and I got to the elevator without being seen.
That was smooth.
Yeah, I've had many resets lately for that exact throwing of a grenade for no apparent reason, but it worked today. So there we go. Marathon safety, marathon strategy. What we're doing here, because it's a marathon actually show, like we can do the funny kind of stuff. So you're going to get to the DARPA chief, I believe is inside in the cell, and we're going to see what he's up to. I think we need to rescue him or something. That's the plan. But there's also, in this room, there's a girl doing sit-ups. Interestingly, is that a woman? It's not the guy.
She looks important.
Snake has a wonderful way of asking questions to do exposition of the story. So, like, if the
Asking questions.
nano machines,
Metal Gear.
it's
Slurpathon.
It's kind of, exactly, yeah. It's kind of a shame that we don't hear enough of the stuff that's going on, but it is what it is. You can just believe us that it's going on throughout, and we'll try to add it in whenever we could. So, we're hearing some questionable noises. That's poor Johnny, who will we meet again later. Johnny's after getting his uniform stolen. And you'll see outside here. And there's the guard. And the door opens. Okay, perfect. This is the first technical boss fight, I guess. I'm going to stalk him. Each guard takes 3 shots. I shot way too many times, but it's okay. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. The music is really good in this game. I will definitely be humming and whistling throughout, and I apologize if that bothers people, but it's very hard not to. There's Johnny in the background. Over here, do this.
We do have a question in chat about what kind of gear is this?
A metal one. Is that the answer we're looking for?
I don't know, is it? So, sorry, Waves, you said throw the $25 over to Bodmom?
Yeah.
So these guards just come in waves.
Mm-hmm.
On easy difficulties, Meryl actually helps out a little bit, but I believe it's a bit RNG how much she helps. She's currently not doing much.
Yeah, so she just sits there. We just hang by the door. Shoot as many people as we can. 3 shots each. And that's it. Now we continue on to the... That's technically a boss section. I think it is classified as a boss section for the all bosses categories. Maybe someone from that runs the game more can probably inform us in chat. Head down to the armory here, where we need to get some C4 to blast out some walls, and we also need to get more soccer ammo because it's a marathon, and I'm scared of running out of it. Oops, I need to equip my card. Sign
Yeah,
here.
they don't give you a whole lot of ammo in reserve, even on easy
Yeah.
in this game.
You do run out of stuff a lot. They kind of just incentivize you to not shoot stuff, I guess. But you know, it's fun. And
Well, I guess they kind of give you loads of ammo for certain things. Like, don't you get like 20 Nikita shots or something like that? Like way more than you'd ever use.
During boss fights, if you're low, then it will give you ammo and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
There is a glitch you can do here. Oh, it's less of a glitch and more just like an animation skip where you can stand against the wall and get blown through the wall, and it skips an animation. But not going to do it. I'm going to keep my rations. So we get rid of all the C4 out of our inventory, and then we start the Ocelot fight. So off we go. We basically just run and gun for the whole fight. There is a strategy here where you can a bit early. You can actually kill him with a grenade. Oops, too early again. But oops, get up. Oops. Let's get this. We get to hear some Ocelot voice line. He loves to reload during battle, apparently. Dude. What am I doing? I should use D-pad. I often... there you go. I didn't get the ammo. I keep reaching for my split button. It's just force of habit. I keep reaching for my split button. That was actually going really well up until I just somehow decided that I should swap to analog for no reason, and it just makes that more difficult. So that's the first real boss. I guess he's the first member of Foxhound that we battle. So we get a little bit of boost to our HP. I'm going to grab some ammo living here and make sure we have something equipped as always. And I'll need the key card, and I will need... What else do I need? Chaps? Yeah, sure. And if anyone has the copy of the game at home, they can please call out the code on the back of it so I know what code to ring Merle with.
Oh yeah, that anti-copy protection.
That's it. Genius stuff altogether.
Who are you?
I actually didn't know it was copy protection when I was younger. I thought it was just like a really clever puzzle. But in hindsight...
They do love to break the fourth wall with this, and it really is just one of those moments. So we just smash this. Turbo is allowed in the category only for the X button. So you're not allowed turbo like shoot or turbo or anything. Just the X button to skip codecs and cutscenes and stuff. That's all. There is my favorite strategy of the run coming up. Whereby typically you need to avoid the lasers going out to the snowfield, but to a clever little animation buffer, we can kind of do it in one go. So after this, there'll be a little cutscene where the door will open, and hopefully, if I get this right, I haven't messed this up in quite some time. I'm probably jinxing it now. We're going to run past the first laser, then do a punch kick, and that should set us up perfectly. Just run past the rest of them. So run past the first one. And that's it. So it may have looked like I did very little there, but I actually just ran past all the lasers in perfect time.
Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Normally you need to use cigarettes or something here to reveal the... Yep. Skips all that.
So, the next boss fight of the run, this hopefully goes according to plan. This fight is normally so exact that I will just probably take the death if I don't do it right. I ducked there for a moment just to waste some time so that he would shoot and hit a bit of ground and not me. So here, we lob this in. Gonna grab a bit of grenades, want them later, and now I'm going to look up into the hole where he's sitting. Throw the second grenade. Run up here, grab these grenades, and that's the fight. It's that easy.
Boss fight?
Boss fight, more like platformer movement. Let's go. And this one is the nuke building. This has got some interesting strategy later. I learned a new strategy for this building, but we don't do it here. We do it on the next time we come through here. So spoiler, we'll be back here again, maybe more than once or twice. So we're not allowed to use our weapons here. So we're holding a chaff because we need to hold something, but if we kept the grenades in our hand, it would remove them automatically. So we'll run down here. Run up the stairs. Go. Quick throw discard. Use the elevator. Elevators have a funny one where pressing them twice makes it always appear, but there is actually a chance that you can just press the button once and it will appear, and it's a blessing of elevator RNG.
Just like in real life, if you keep pressing the button, it appears faster.
It's exactly that.
Elevators, traffic lights, printers.
Mm-hmm. Gonna grab these stun grenades just for safety, and we're gonna head on down. What I actually really enjoyed about this speedrun when I was learning it is how quickly you actually progress through the story. Because just before I decided I wanted to learn the speedrun, this is literally a month ago or whatever. I was playing it casually, and like it took me so long to get to each point, and then the speedrun just like zooms through everything. It's funny how little there is between each section if you're skipping every codec cutscene and just blitzing through the bosses. So here we equip the Nikita. And we go 3 doors down. So 1 door, 2 door, 3 doors left. And we count 2. 1, 2, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, up left. And this. And I swap to the Sockum before this. And that's that.
I'm glad you explained what you're actually counting there, because during his streams he just counts numbers and you have no idea what is going on if he's counting seconds, but that makes much more sense. 3 doors.
Yeah, 3 doors down, and then I do kind of count to the same pace of just like numbers. So it's kind of a weird one, but it does work. And we're quickly approaching. Obviously, that whole section was filled with gas. We don't need a gas mask. We're in and out of there so fast after the cutscene that we didn't need to. And apologies also. Once I say this now in chat, you will not be able to unsee this. My TV is like on the ceiling. I am staring right up at it all the time. So apologies if it looks really strange. And my neck is probably hurting from it too. But it is what it is. All for the love of Metal Gear. Okay, let's go punch a ninja. Shout out to Grey Fox in chat. He's probably there somewhere. Grey Fox, famous Final Fantasy X runner. There he is. You'd expect him with a name like that to run Metal Gear. No. He runs Final Fantasy X. Okay, let's punch this dude.
And I'm always saying just punch this dude. There's actually quite a lot of AI manipulation going on, I imagine. It's like a free-phase fight where...
Correct, yeah.
You want to bait out some attacks so that you can make it go much quicker.
In general, how RNG heavy are the boss fights in this game?
I think this fight in particular can have a bit of RNG, and it's actually this phase here, the third phase, where he goes invisible. He has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots he can appear in. This one is fine, it's up here, so we punch him here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand in a specific location where I can see most of them. So I can see, there he is. And chase him around. This is completely random, so... this is one of them. Gotta wait here. That was really good RNG. That's it. Yeah, this is pretty RNG. The biggest RNG boss fight is the wolf fights. They are pretty punishing. Oops. I'm gonna equip rations because I've had an issue. Not that it's difficult, but I've just forgotten that I took damage and ended up having to restart this fight. But if you have rations on, the way the rations work in this game, and probably people know this from playing them, is that as soon as you take damage, it'll automatically heal you. So as long as you have them equipped, that's right. I need to do this a bit safer. I'm not doing this very well. So he does this. There you go. I'm glad I equipped the rations. Okay, one more. We'll call this a marathon fight, where you normally skip this text, if not some more text as well. Okay, that's the end of this fight. So we run over here. I'm going to grab these chaff grenades, so I don't have to grab them soon. I'm going to get ready to shoot him. He's going to appear here. I moved a little too close to him. He's going to appear over here. And he's going to appear up here. And that is the ninja fight.
Nice.
Not as clean as we would have hoped, but it's fine.
It's amazing how many bosses in Metal Gear Solid you can just counter by running around in circles.
There's one of
Their
them.
biggest weakness.
Yeah, they hate circles. There's one coming up later where we just stand in front of them and lob grenades, which is also hilarious. But we'll get there.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get there.
It's Metal Gear tradition is hilarious speedrun boss fights. In 3, you get the fear to kill himself with his own traps. It's pretty funny.
Oh, nice. I've seen people mention that 3 is a really good speedrun. So let's look into it.
It's a lot of fun.
One more cutscene to skip. So I'm alternating between holding X to immediately skip the cutscene, and then turning on turbo to skip the codex. If you, I can demonstrate it at some point where if you accidentally mash into the cutscene, like it does load initially, so you see the first few frames of it before it cancels out. So you lose time if you don't alternate. So I'm doing that all the time. I need card key, and I need. Next thing I'll need is stun grenades. You'll also see I'm running towards like the side of the door that opens first. So the next room, is it? Yes. This one. I want to get some stun grenades. I'm gonna need those for a famous section of the run. Can't remember which side of this door I need to run at actually. Here. Oh, I should have the sock 'em on actually. It's the same button to. It's the action button is to punch, punch, kick. And it's the same one. So you'll often see me standing in front of a ladder or an elevator punching and kicking because I'm a little sloppy with it. I actually wanted to do this strat, so I don't mind losing time just to sock him. I like doing this. So instead of... Yeah. We just have to alert Meryl. She's always the only guard in the room. And then she goes to the toilets. We cannot enter the ladies without a lady's accompaniment, apparently. Good lesson for life.
She changed fast.
I actually don't know what the glitch is. There is a glitch here, obviously. Not a glitch, sorry. Like an Easter egg. Where she is in her underwear, but I can't remember. I can't even remember how you do it. I actually don't even know what it is. It's not in the speed run, so I don't know how to do it.
That's strange. There's no guard.
What happened to the music?
I love that line of what happened to the music. Because obviously the music is gone for the player. But it's like a fourth wall breaking thing that you don't even realize. So the Mantis fight's coming up. I do not have any other Konami games on my memory card, so we won't be getting the famous line of him reading our memory cards. But we do have to use the second controller to blitz through this fight. Small optimization here. You throw Meryl into the room. Because it skips like a 1 second or 2 second animation. Then I stand. I don't want her to move here. So, never mind. I accidentally moved. You can stand at the correct spot there where she doesn't have to run back. But I just went a bit fast. Going too fast. God forbid. So Meryl is now under the control of Mantis. We throw a stun grenade to knock her out. I need to equip my Sock'em. I'll need that next. I'm going to grab some extra FAMAS ammo over here. And now I'm going to... And at this moment in the game, I'm going to swap to my other controller, which is I have 2 identical Fujiworks Kiwami turbo controllers. So I'm now using controller 2. He's up here. Shoot him once, and by using triangle, we can find out where he is. He's up here again. Where's he? 2, 3, 4. 5. Oops. 6. I'm gonna equip rations just to be safe. It should be fine though. 7, and then we're going to throw 1 grenade at him. And the logic here is that this skips a phase. So if I did this correctly, we've just damaged him over the limit between his 2nd and 3rd phase. So phase 2, he controls Meryl, and she's already down. And then phase 3, he does it again. So we've managed to skip the entire 2nd phase.
You are powerful indeed.
I'm convinced that Tom Hardy took inspiration from Psycho Mantis for his voice for Bane in Batman. The more you listen to it, the more similar it sounds. So we do a quick throw there. I'm going to use the FAMAS here just because marathon. Can just blitz him around the room. So we do the same thing again. Press triangle. He's up here, is it? He is in front of me. He is to the right of me. I think he goes here. So if all goes well, we're going to put him back in his seat. Hey, nailed it. And that was Psycho Mantis. And now I swap back to my other controller.
Nice fight.
Nice fight, actually. Yeah, this except for the maybe the ninja fight, this has actually been pretty solid. The good thing about this game as well is that the final time is calculated or shown after your credits. So even if I were to PB, I think it's... What am I doing? I need FAMAS on. It would still be legitimate because you can read the time at the end of the game. The in-game time is the timer that they use. So we're going to have to sit through the credits, folks. Unless I'm really, really off estimate, then we can finish before the credits. But we should be okay. So if anyone is a dog lover, I don't know what to tell you here. I will try my damnedest to not hurt the dogs. But I have really bad luck with this. Stop it.
I don't think you will try your hardest here.
No, I did. I did try my hardest, and I didn't have to shoot them. So that's okay.
Oh.
No dogs were hurt in this journey to the cave. I cannot promise it for every journey to the cave, but there we go.
I guess you were good with dogs.
Yeah.
Snake, what's wrong? I thought you were good with dogs.
Clearly Snake is not. Okay. I don't know where to even begin explaining this next skip.
This place is mine. I'll take point again. Stay back.
We'll need a bit of serious time for this one, I imagine.
Yeah, this is the one that probably took me the longest to figure out.
Leave it to me.
Because casually, like, this is actually pretty tricky. Because if you leave it too long, it doesn't really demonstrate it here that this is like, must be snow or some sort of frost on the ground so that the tracks stay there. But if you wait too long, the tracks go away. So you won't know which way to follow Merle through the thing, you know? I'd ask you, Keto, how you found it casually, but you have never played this game, so it's...
I've never played this game before, but I know this part's infamous.
Yeah, it's a bit of a
This
tough
place
one.
is covered in mines, and this is the only way past it, so he needs to follow that.
So, what do you
Yeah,
think?
it's
Pretty good, huh?
not
How did you know where the mines were?
ideal. So yeah, she found out because of Mantis dove into her mind.
I was able to
So-
see where the mines were placed. Are you impressed?
This is how we get to this.
A little bit.
I hope you're ready now.
Only
This is
a little?
quite difficult. I think I can actually do it without even looking. It's that easy.
Oh, thank God that's over.
God Gamer.
Ooh.
It's that.
That was stressing
it's
me
tough.
out.
It's tough. The Claymore skip is tough. I don't see enough, Metal Gear runners really hamming that one up. You know,
Like, are there even mines there?
there are
Like-
no, there actually are. Yeah, because if you run
Oh,
like,
okay.
down even after the fact, I'm gonna put on stun. Throw a stun here. So not to hurt the dogs, I'm just gonna blind them momentarily for the good of chat and our sanity, so that we don't feel bad for hurting dogs. Nice. I also did not have to hurt a dog.
Two for two with not hurting the dog so far.
There we go.
That's a good run. I've never seen that happen before.
Me neither. I know we just punched them because I'm terrified of them. You like the animation of Snake falling down is quite big, and yeah, it's and then there's a chance that by the time you get up, they can just get you again. So it's safer just to punch them normally, or you can shoot them with the FAMAS, and it's the only time that the gun is not it's non-lethal. It just doesn't kill them. It just knocks them over. Keto, would you remind me to pick up stun grenades on the way back? I forgot to pick up my extra pack there actually. But I can pick them. I can pick them up the next time I'm going to. I'll nearly remember if you just kind of remember something about stun grenades.
Yes, chef.
But what we're doing now is we can't fight the sniper that's shooting at Merle. I don't think I need to explain the story of Metal Gear to people. Surely everyone bar Keto has played this, and he hasn't even played it, but he still knows the story. We're going back.
It's self-explanatory.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the Bond movie with a cooler protagonist. So we're going back to get a sniper rifle because we have no sniper rifle to fight the sniper to save Merle. And that's basically what's going on. So we're running carefully through this. There's actually a set path that I'm taking through this. It might not look like I'm doing anything specific, but there's like two safe lines that we take. And the only room today that I think I may have trouble with, I'm cursing the run by saying this now, is this next room. This has been hit and miss for me lately, so let's hope that it goes well. If all goes well, I can get back to the elevator, call the elevator, punch the guard and get in the elevator before I trigger an alarm. But we'll see what happens. So pick up the PSG one, some ammo. Go again. So I'm going to call the elevator. Should be okay. Call the elevator. Call the elevator. Shit, punch the guard. Get in the elevator. Nailed it. I haven't done that clean in quite some time.
That was nice.
Marathon RNG, I'm killing it.
Yeah, you seen those the weapon switches there to animation cancel when he knocked over the guards. That saved him a lot of time, so that was possible.
Okay, so this time we have just the exact opposite line, only that this time we actually do need to throw a chaff grenade, because if we don't throw a chaff grenade, there won't be any glitter on the screen.
Oh yeah, remember to pick up stun grenades.
Thank you. So I'm going to try the new strat that I learned here, which is a bit scary, but it's fine. This run is going so well that I can afford to take a continue if I need to. This game, I haven't saved any time, but you can continue every screen. So I'm going to try this strat. It's not exactly marathon friendly, but you know, it's fine. It's whatever. So go through here. We're going to throw a chaff grenade to make the guard on top of the stairs look the other way, so we can go and choke him or throw him. There we go. It's that easy. There we go. If this holds up, I could be PBing today, but then I say this too early because the Hind D fight is going to wreck me more than I can imagine. That fight, the Hind D fight, isn't RNG per se, but it's just if you mess up shooting him, you can't lock him out of the hiding phase where he sinks under the building, and that can lose you loads of time. So we'll see. So we're just heading back.
A reminder.
If you have anything you'd like to say, no, it would be. Oh, actually, well, while we're going to the dog room, there's time, yeah. If you have anything to say.
Oh, I was just going to remind folks that this is Slurpathon IX. We're raising money for Extra Life, which brings together thousands of gamers around the world to play games in support of the local Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Since its inception in 2008, Extra Life has raised over 70 million USD for sick and injured kids. Funds go to the Alberta Children's Hospital as unrestricted funds, which means hospitals decide where the money goes to ensure that the dollars raised make the biggest impact possible. And we still have a bunch of unmet incentives as well as bid wars and whatnot. Currently, Bodmom is winning the bid war for Valifor's name in FF10. So if anyone wants to see a different name for Valifor, gotta get some money in. But
that's clearly the best option, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, put it towards something else. Put it towards a different name. Put it towards calling Titus Reject or something like that.
So this is the Wolf 1 fight. It is a bit of an RNG fest. She's hiding behind the pillars, of course. Okay, she's over there. Damn it, I missed. So
Yeah,
you'll see what
Snake
I'm doing.
is. Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oops. You'll see what I'm doing. I've only one shot left. Okay, I'm gonna get up and get some ammo while I'm waiting. Snake starts waving his hand, like trying to aim, after a short period of time. How did she shoot me there? That was very weird. So what we do is we keep like opening and closing the sniper, so that he doesn't have to do that. Nice. That wasn't awful. It was pretty okay. So yeah, I'll explain that again while I did that. That's not the first time I've done that. Yeah, we equip the sniper every time so that the scope isn't shaking, because the time limit for it to start shaking hasn't happened yet. I'm also going to do a safety save here. Not for any reason that I'm worried about the run. More so that I'm afraid I'm going to mess up the incentive that we've met to save Meryl. So I'm going to save my mission. I'm going to save now. Because I've accidentally given up on the torture before. So.
Yeah, so normally we would call off that incentive or cut it off just before that boss fight, but thanks to all your generous donations, we've already met that incentive before the run even starts, so we'll be saving Meryl in this run.
Meryl shall be saved. I haven't been looking at my notes. Do I need to do anything else? So this is all new to me. I actually, thanks to the shout outs to the Metal Gear speedrun community, very cool bunch of people. I had to ask them last minute, what do I need to do to save Meryl? Because I've never done it outside of the speedrun. So we're gonna just do this, and I'm going to win the torture.
Life up.
Life up.
How did you like that?
You say you can either life up or give up. Those are the options we're all
Don't
given.
use turbo, press the button really fast. I don't know if I should have done it on the first one, because the first one is manageable. But I'm terrified of actually not saving Meryl by accident. And this is what Keto reminded me also. Anyone who knows these Kiwami controllers, you press select to turn off turbo. So, and select is also give up. So I'm
Really unfortunate for this part of the
yeah.
run.
So once you've committed to it, you're kind of locked in.
That's tragic.
And I just realized, actually, by the rules of the speedrun, this is now not a legitimate speedrun submission, because you're not allowed to turbo any button other than X.
Well, that's
there you
enough
go.
for now, I think.
RIP PB. Not that we were going to PB with saving Merle anyway.
Your brother, he's an amazing.
Oh, I can skip that. Yeah, cool. So, we are in the cell now. There is some wiggly rice. I feel like some wiggly rice.
Oh, I've never noticed that before.
Some wiggly
That
rice.
is gross.
Wiggly rice on the floor. Specifically in his crotch region, but you know. And his left knee. Everywhere else is fine. So this is the section where we are. That is Johnny, the guard who was, he's imprisoned us. He's our watch guard. We just got to kind of hang out here for a bit. So I should have mentioned this would have been a more ideal time to do some reading if there's anything else you needed to read, if there's any donations or anything you need to read. But
Check and see if any have come in.
that's all good.
Recently.
That's all good.
But I will bring up that we've already raised $362 of our $5,000 goal. Last year we made close to 6,700 USD, which is
It's insane.
lots of money for charity. Yeah.
And for anyone that is donating for the next run, the two main ones that you'd really want to put your stamp on would obviously be Titus would be number one, because you're going to see that name throughout the entire run. But also, if anyone knows the newest Final Fantasy X route, which is the next run of this marathon, Bahamut does most of the legwork for the end game. So get your donations in on Bahamut. Oh, I gotta do this again. Will I try do one of them? No, I think it's going to be a huge time loss if I mess this up. Will I try do one of them legitimately by mashing? If it's got like the really short time bar, I will.
Once more.
I will. But if it's got the really long one off the bat, I won't. I can manage that, can I? Let's go.
No, you got this.
Okay, that's not so bad.
How did you like that?
Loved it.
Shall we go again?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is relatively achievable. In Metal Gear Solid 2, during the European Extreme, they made this ridiculous with the mashing. It had to be done for about 60 seconds or something
Oh
on
my God.
the PlayStation 2 version, but
I'm
Had enough yet?
very good at this. I'm better at this than I thought. I'm using my old faithful double thumb mashing. Correct.
You didn't need turbo in the first place.
No, we all need turbo in our lives. Thomas89 is going to come out of the woodwork in chat right now. So he's
You're a strong man. Well, that's an...
okay. That was actually fine. I can do it legitimately, apparently. I didn't realize it was going to take an extra bout of torture. So, but anyway, also something that we need to do for later, and I don't know if I got time to do it now. Oh, there's another codec. Oh, you get an extra codec. Okay. Is that we're going to do? We're going to attempt to do at least. Is an infinite punch combo on the liquid fight at the end, and I will attempt to do it. And if I don't get it, it's fine. I can just fight him normally using punch kick strats. One of the Final Fantasy one of the Metal Gear Solid runners was in my chat explaining to me, and they used the Blink 182 song "Damn It" as their as the BPM that you need to do it. And when I'm not streaming on Twitch, I am a full-time musician. That's what I do. And so I just went off and just learned it on the guitar. So hopefully this isn't too loud. We're waiting for Johnny, but it's just a quick one for it. If anyone can. That's what we're going to be playing. So that's what I'm going to be thinking of. So that's what I'm going to be thinking of while I'm doing my dun da 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 dun da da da. So you go da 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 da. Something like that. I'm not very good at this infinite punch combo, but that's the pace I need to be. So did it, 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 and off he goes. You'll see it more later, but just keep that in your head, right? That's the tempo we need. Okay, this is the only glitch we're allowed to use in glitchless. And by glitch, I mean it's not a glitch, but someone in my chat asked me, why are you glitching his legs to the floor? Or to the door, if it's glitchless. So there we go. We're going to use the ketchup, make it look like we're dead.
And getting him closer to the door, I guess, means Johnny has to go less far into the room.
Correct, yeah. And we literally stand up and choke him where we're standing. So he opens the door. Animation skip with the keycard. So we don't have to put him on the ground, we just let him go. Grab our bag of tricks, which is here. Equip
Johnny's had a rough day of it.
Equip our chefs. Unfortunately, that's the end. That's the last time we see Johnny. Until another Metal Gear game. There's a fast elevator example. And let's go. So, back the way we came again. I wonder will I show the other strat just for the sake of it. There's the old strat I used to use for this. The nuke warhead building. Why not? I'll show it just for the sake of variety, so we don't look like we're doing the exact same thing all the time. It's actually the slower, safer strat, but why not? This screen is exactly the same. We throw a chaff. Get past all these guns. And we crawl under these doors because they open up from the bottom. So this is the alternative strat for this room, which is more beginner friendly, I believe. I'm gonna go over this side. Crawl in. You turn Snake around because he gets up from his legs first. Throw this chaff here. Quick throw this guard. off we go. So this is instead of going up the left side, which is shorter, and doing the chaff in the mid-air to distract the guard. B1. Okay. One of the exciting scenes is coming up where we are going to ascend the tower. It's actually very... I forgot how difficult it was casually until I had to do it recently. It's a bit of a stinker, not gonna lie. But in the speedrun, not so bad. Not so bad at all. Stun grenades. While you were reading last time, I refused to punch the dogs. I just took the bite. They got me, but I didn't hurt any dog. I'm not hurting any dog here. They don't know. They don't mean to hurt us.
Should be its own category.
Dog percent?
Yeah, dog lover percent. I thought you were good with dog snake percent.
I should have. Can you actually use the bandage to do that? I think there's 2 or 3 ways you can get the dog's affection. One of them is the first time you go through, you can let the dog pee on the box, and then you wear the box coming to the room, and they remember the smell. The other one is it the Otacon gives you Sniper Wolf's handkerchief? I think that also does it as well.
Yeah, that's but you lose it. I guess you lose it before right at the end of the disc. So there's no reason to go back to the cave anyways at that point.
So I'm gonna go down to my notes here just to remember where I need to throw grenades. So we have an abundance of stun grenades, and we're going to throw them at specific points here to stun the guards. So hopefully we get a clean run up the thing. But one little trick we're going to do is we're going to throw a stun grenade in through the door before the cutscene. Oh no, dude, I actually fucked it up. I'm going to throw this away a second. It shouldn't make a difference. So it should have been here. And this should fix it, hopefully. Yep, that's it. There's normally a cutscene that plays there where the guards approach you, but we skipped it by throwing the stun in the door. So, looking at the numbers on the floors, this is floor number 2. It's written just on the landing when you approach, so it's 3. And between 4 and 5, I'm going to throw my first grenade, which is here. Then I'm going to throw the next grenade at the, what is now infamous from being the Boba Skip. Boba Skip? It's not in this category. Where they glitch through the door and skip this whole section. That's the door. That's the famous door. Rude. But in Glitchless, we don't do that. I'm gonna throw this. And then I think at the second guard now. That's 1 guard. And this is 2 guards. And then at the next guard again. You don't need all these stuns. I'm doing a real safety strat for this. And the next ones, I think, are between 16 and 17. So this is 16. Draw it now. And then between 23 and 24. Throw another one. I don't remember getting another codec.
Top tier stealth gameplay right here.
This is
just drown your opponents in stun grenades and they can't see you.
It's still incredible to think that in 1998, this game was so far ahead of anything else that was out in 1998. Oh
yeah, absolutely. The contenders that came out to rival it were nothing as good quality.
Well, Ocarina of Time is 98, but completely different. If you look at them side by side, it's just completely different.
Yeah, Resident Evil 2, I think, is also 98, but also quite different.
What did I want to put on here? The rope. I should know more of these games that came out in 1998, because I actually did a podcast called the VG Draft. I was a guest on it not that long ago, where the year was 1998. And I did pick Metal Gear Solid, but because I think Parasite Eve also came out that year. Xenogears came out that year. There's quite a lot of really good games, but Metal Gear is just incredibly good. Even the soundtrack is just banging.
Oh, the soundtrack's it's a classic.
It's unreal. So here, we're going to do a set of predefined kind of movements here. I'm going to hold down an X at the moment. we shall start snake moving before we even get the codec call. There we go. That's the codec. And we're going to run down to the bottom left and jump against the wall and jump all the way to the other side. Running is quicker than jumping, so we try to run as much as we can along the pillars, girders, what do you want to call it? Struts, beams. And where we land here, this is where you would arrive if you did the boba skip. You would come out that door. So, here we go. With the boba skip, they don't have to do what we're about to do, but we're going to have to do is. So we're going to stand here. I'm going to equip my PSG, take 2 blind shots, equip the stun grenades, and go. Throw a stun. And if I did this correctly, oh, actually, I'm very glad I remember this. What happened? Okay, I knew that was what happened. The reason the codec was going off, and I couldn't understand why the codec was going off, is that if you save Merle, Ocelot puts a timer bomb in your backpack.
Oh, right. That thing I was meant to remind you of, and I just
I
didn't.
was gonna say, I was gonna bring that up earlier because when you picked up the gear, I was like, "Do you save it? Do you like throw it at a boss? Like, what do you use the time bomb for in a speed run?" And then forgot about it after that too. So
I completely forgot. Yeah. So there we go. That was, and I was warned by the people in the speedrun in the Discord. Can I get up, please? To throw that, and I completely forgot.
I absolve myself of all guilt.
Thanks for your help, Brofar.
You're welcome.
I guess we could go ahead and hit that with the old "This has never happened before."
Yeah, this has never happened in a speedrun before. Have you got a bingo card for the marathon? No, that one is definitely one of them.
That's the middle square,
That's the bingo.
the free one.
I think that's MGS1 rite of passage, just for getting that time bomb. He reminded me like 20 minutes before this run started. I was like, yep, no problem. I got this. Totally forgot.
We can do this, no bother. It's content. It's okay. We got to hear the scream of Snake as he dies, and you get to continue.
Iconic.
He can't jump over this small gap, even though he's after jumping off the side of an entire building. Interesting. But anyway, up we go. We are fast approaching the Heinz D fight. We just got a
Nothing but stairs.
ball of stairs to navigate before then.
Reminds me of a certain other game in a certain prison.
Mm-hmm.
What you're talking about?
Coral Prison, Final Fantasy VII?
Nah.
No. There is a long prison section, escape section in Final Fantasy VIII also. And it's infamous for being just incredibly dull. So it gets brought up every now and again. I need to throw chaffs grenades here. Have I got enough chaffs? No. Somewhere. So I'm going to tank the first one. That's fine. 2, I'm going to throw a chaff here. On the way down, I have a neat trick for dealing with these. But on the way up, I just have to do the old OG chaff grenade method. Cameras hate glitter, apparently. And we need to have something in our hands. I would really recommend anyone who's interested in the Metal Gear franchise to give this old speedrun give it a go. The 80% speedrun is really short because there's quite a few glitches involved. But this is really fun. The no major glitches category, and there's it's quite a reasonable time for me personally coming from JRPG speedrunning. I found this a breath of fresh air to not be 7.5 hours long. So
I was gonna say less of a marathon, more of a sprint.
Exactly. Yeah. I messed this up. Please hit him. That's not him. Yeah. Okay. I messed that up badly. I haven't messed that shot up in the longest of times, so I'm not sure what the backup really is, but I know he's going to go back over here, so I'm going to try and hopefully get him back into the cycle from this side. So, oops, can you please lock on? Okay. No, I'm not going to be able to get him back on the cycle from there. So we're going to do the first phase. There's 2 phases this fight. This is the first phase where he flies around and you shoot him. Ideally what I'm trying to do is like shoot him as he's moving back towards us. I've messed it up too many times now. It's kind of one of those things that I know how to do it when you do it right, and if it goes off of script at all, I'm not really sure how to recover it. But it's not a real... So that's the first phase done.
Nope.
When he says, nice shot. So this is where he's going to demolish part of the roof again, and he's got to hide. We're going to line ourselves up for a shot on him here. Nice shot. What a save. Nice shot. Spamming Rocket League to flame your opponents. There we go. We got that one. I'm going to run up here. Try and aim for him. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? If I really need to hit him quickly. There he is. Okay. So now he flies over us. What I do here is I count 8 bullets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hit. It's really... No one has told me to do that. It's what I found to work for me. I'm standing conveniently on the missile refill pack. So if I run out of them, I just tap R1 twice.
The
And
cheeky strat.
And that is the IND fight. Gonna pick up 5.
Nice recovery.
Yeah. So that's the second phase. That went really well. The first phase just, which is normally the easier phase, I messed up. And then I equipped my cards and grenades, so I'll have them ready for the next bit. But that is the IND fight. So what I did there was by hitting him like as soon as I could. So after his iframes left, like I was counting that 8 shots noise. It stops him from going into the loop where he hides under the building. So he's always just above you, and you just keep shooting him.
Yeah, if you try to do that casually and try to just replicate what he did, you'll probably end up with him flying under, and it take a much longer time to kill that. So it's purely based on timing.
So now we head on back down. Otacon has fixed the elevator apparently, or at least he will call us to tell us that he actually didn't fix it at all, but it's working now for some reason. So
We might as well use it. I can't imagine
can't
anything would go wrong.
Exactly. There's clearly no reason that would be an issue. I'm going to pick up these. It's a marathon. I'm going to get this extra ration, even though I can't imagine I'll need it, but I'll get it anyway. So we head on back down. So this time, hopefully I can count my floors right for this one. So it's like, oh, that's 1, 2. So then I need to cook the grenade on the next one. And then on the next one, if I time this right, they should blow them up. There you go. 2. This is a bit finicky, to be honest. But it's real fun strat if you get it. Ah, missed 1. 1, 2. Cook the grenade here. And throw it on the first step. Oh, I think I missed it. Badly. I missed that one. Okay. The game doesn't really deal well with verticality at all. So it's all kind of a bit of a timing mismatch. I think I got that one though. Cool. I'm gonna grab this ration. And we have to wait for this elevator. I'm gonna hit it twice. I'm gonna equip my chaffs because I don't want to waste my actual grenades by accident.
So somebody in chat said that we should check the weight limit of this elevator. I wonder why that could be. Could that be referring to anything?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Nah,
It seems unnecessary. I mean,
This is a very big lift. For one person,
That's
should be
fine.
fine.
we all know Snake is dummy thick, but I don't think he's that dummy thick.
it's all the stuff that's in his pockets, man. He's holding 2, a grenade launcher and a rocket launcher or something.
This is true.
Shocker, there's invisible dudes in the elevator with us. Oops, I did it again.
I am shocked.
Okay, I'm just going to do a bit of a safety strat and start throwing people. Dude, I'm throwing all my chaffs. This happens all the time. If I mess this up, I have it. Okay, I'm going to equip rations just in case I mess this up. As long as I have one chaff here, I'm fine. I actually didn't mean to do that. I want to grab him. Did I choke him enough? I did. Okay, that was it.
Nice, yeah.
No.
Yeah, the downside of animation cancelling is that you can sometimes use the weapon accidentally, which is
Yeah.
pretty clunky, but it's definitely worth doing it regardless.
The issue I have there is normally if I get hit at all, I get more chaps. If I get hit at all, you can't take off your weapon while you're knocked out on the ground. So you're mashing R1 to take it off, so that when you get up, you can do it again. But no, it's annoying. Oops. So here we go. We're ready for the Wolf 2 fight, and this is another interesting one. I'm gonna put on rations to be safe. The best way to fight a sniper is, as everyone knows, with a rocket launcher.
I was gonna ask if you do this in the speed run.
We alternate is the optimal strat. So
Oh,
while she's
okay.
moving, it's okay to hit her with the sniper, or if she's in open territory. But every time she hides behind a tree, I think she waits like 8 seconds before she peeks out. So the best way to get her just to come out from behind the tree is to shoot her with a rocket. So like she's moving right now, and when she stops,
I can agree. I feel like if someone shot a rocket at a tree I was hiding behind, I'd want to leave pretty quickly.
left to PS2 on. Okay, there we go. So now, be sure with that. I'm going to try to hit her a few times. Oops.
And Semp Music in the chat is asking if the runner believes that if love can bloom on the
Can love
battlefield.
blossom on the battlefield? Sure, why not? Okay, and now she hides behind this, so there's nothing you can do there. So you bring out the stinger again, and we track her with this. She's turned around again. So this is the RNG of this fight. Like, her path is completely RNG, so there's not much you can do about it. I keep doing the wrong way here. She must have moved. Oh, she's behind the tree. Damn it. Oh well, I think. Go. Which way is she going? Left. Nice.
It would be kind of terrifying for her. She was waiting for you to like duel you in like a sniper battle, and now she's like,
she's getting smacked with rockets.
yeah, having a Marine garrison worth of missiles shot at her.
Nice. That was not a bad fight, for my standards. I'll put it that way. I'm gonna equip the key card, and I'm going to also get ready for swapping discs.
The Stinger has a scope on it, which makes it a sniper rifle in my books.
Pretty much.
So that's fair game.
Fair enough. Also,
So-
how's it going, Phantomire?
As you all know, this is a speed run, and the most important thing to do in the speed run is go as fast as you can. So as soon as we do this, we just take out the disc, throw it over your shoulder, and just keep going as quick as you can. There you go. Disc 2, let's go. I've gotten really good at just throwing the disc over your shoulder.
Doesn't affect the disc at all for any future runs you might do.
Shh, it's fine. It's grand. It's not like they still don't make PS2 games. So now I'm going to equip. This is one of the new strats I learned as well. So I'm going to hope that it goes right. Let's just do it. Throw this here. It stays in that room. I'm going to swap to grenade. Cook it here. Throw it at this grenade. Throw it at the crane. It did not work. Okay. So I don't really know what the backup is. I'm actually just going to do... You know what? I'm not going to... I'm going to do the casual strat of just waiting for it. This is apparently all RNG. If something like this happens, where there's nothing. If I get up now, I fall into the lava. So I'm gonna wait. What should happen is that I should have been able to throw the grenade at the crane and break it, and then it would not be in my way. But unfortunately for me, it did not work. The other option, there's another strat you can do where you I want that alarm. You can shoot it with the Nikita, but it's slower. How much of a time save is... I'm sure you don't mean the grenade or the Nikita. You mean the throwing the disc? Clearly,
Throwing the disc, yeah.
about 3 seconds, surely. Okay, this fight I have had loads of issues with. But I think I've come up with a way that worked for me. Oops. Never mind. As soon as I say that, it goes really badly. Oh, why'd you go up there, dude?
This is one of the fights that if it goes correctly, it looks really cool, and it doesn't look difficult at all. But as soon as it goes off the rails, then it very much does.
Okay, that wasn't a terrible recovery at all. It was fine. I'll take it.
You're pretty much aiming to just throw them off of the lift.
Okay, chat. You've got a prediction to do. So you see the X in the middle of this elevator? The next one has the same one. And we're going to get a codec call at one point while I'm running in a circle. And you need to guess if it's going to be top left, top right, or bottom right. There's a guy called Johnny Dongs in chat, which is a great username. Johnny Dongs has been brilliant at guessing where this is. So let's see if we can do it today. We got a bottom right, we got a top right, 2 top rights. So here we go, right? This is where it is. I'm going to run the circle randomly. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to run the circle like this. And we're going to get stopped in one of these quadrants. So let's see. This happens 3 times. Whoever does it 3 times in a row gets bragging rights and has to donate loads of money to the marathon. That's a win-win for everyone, surely. Keto, guess?
This is dance, so I'm going top right. It's always top right.
Top left.
Ah.
Unlucky. Did anyone guess top?
I guess top left.
Sneaky, Raiden Ninja, Brofard said nothing and guessed it as well. With no discernible proof that he did. Okay, you've got 2 more chances to do it. Okay, this is also one of my favorite boss fights. This strategy is golden. I need to equip the key card, just open the door, and then I'm gonna go back. So rations. Go! This is Vulcan Raven. Vulcan Raven hates one thing. Grenades. I'm gonna throw a grenade at him. I'm gonna get knocked down. So the strat here is that I'm gonna pull a grenade, like I'm about to throw it, but because he knocks me down, the grenade falls onto the ground. And he knocks me down, so the next one goes. But I'm only taking the damage from him hitting me. I'm not taking the damage from the grenade. And while I'm on the ground, unable to take damage, he takes damage from the grenade. So it's a beautiful strat whereby I just keep trying to throw grenades but holding them in my hand until he knocks me down. And that's it. And I'm going to cook the socken. That's it. That was Vulcan.
Those juicy rations keep us alive during that entire process.
It's glorious. Oops. It's at this point we learn about decoy octopus, which I still, from my youth, until replaying it this year, didn't understand what the hell was going on. So there was another foxhound guy who was pretending to be the DARPA chief when we met him. And that was the whole story. But he accidentally died because Snake is the vector or the carrier of the... He's got the fox die, which is what will kill people that he meets, is the gist of it, from my understanding. It's a Metal Gear game. The story is optional at best.
Imagine being that boss and having this strat used against you.
It's a bit of a
Just
cheese
being-
strat, yeah.
Being completely unsure as to why the guy who's dropping grenades at his feet isn't affected by them.
Iframes.
Those iframes, they work both ways.
We get 3 predictable codecs on the way up this thing. So what we're doing, we're climbing up Metal Gear at the moment. That's Metal Gear. That's his radar edition in the back. I'm sure most people have seen this. This is actually like, we'll see this screen many, many times before the end of this run. We've got to do a bit of backtracking again. This game loves a bit of filler backtracking.
Yeah, so they added a way of doing the shape memory keys really quickly in Twin Snakes, but I guess in the original, even in the speedrun, you still have to like run back to the blast furnace, and
Yep.
Yep. And wait a minute.
that's unfortunate. Got a lot of love for Master Miller in the comments.
Oh yeah, he's a really cool guy. I wonder. There's surely nothing shaky about him.
Of course not.
Shaky, shady, rather. I've recently learned what to do here. I, for the longest time, had no idea like how to get past this guard, but apparently you can just run and gun him. It's that easy.
It's a good strat.
I like it. So here, I'm also going to do a safety thing. So this is where we see Liquid talking with Ocelot, and they're talking about what's going on, and they spot us. And because we have the PAL key, Ocelot shoots it out of our hand and it goes missing. Because this is where all of those alerts that we farmed come into fruition here. So we need 10. But if you enter this screen and leave it, you actually get an extra 2. So I'm just going to do that for the sake of it. I know for a fact that I probably got enough, but I'm taking no chance. I'm just going to get an extra 2 alarms. Oh, dude, where'd you come from? I've never seen that guy before. I guess because I entered and exited the room. There's an extra guard.
Yeah, so although Waves has been incredibly stealthy this whole run, he does need at least 10 alerts in order to make sure that the PAL key spawns at a...
No, it's not that it's... Yeah, so that it doesn't spawn in a rat. A rat doesn't eat it.
Right.
Yeah. Mainly because I have absolutely zero idea how to get it off that rat. I would be playing casual in the marathon right now, speedrun, trying to figure out how to do that because I've never had to do it. So the way we do it is that there's 7 locations it can be. So you can guess now in chat between 1 and 7 where the PAL key is going to be in the water. I think I missed one spot. Oh, I did. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I actually think I missed this. I missed one down here. Throw this bomb. I think I missed a spot here. I'm just gonna run down again. There it is. So that was 5, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, Sparko won.
GG. Why am I not? Then
Where's the
1, 2, 3,
NTSC
4,
key?
5. Yes, it was 5. 5, because 6 is the top one by the gun, and number 7 is the really bad orangey one, which is actually in the water, like over here somewhere. It's way over there. So you really lose lots of time over there. This goddamn music, dudes. It's too good.
Waves, would you ever do a run of this game while having someone else just a cappella the whole soundtrack and playing it muted?
Sure. Why not?
Bonus points if they do the soundtrack or the sound effects as well,
Someone has
like
to.
acapella.
What was that?
You need a
Acapella
second person to do
noises.
the sound effect.
Keto
yeah.
can do the. What's that noise?
Whose footprints are these?
Where? Dun 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 dun. Ba, 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 da, da.
I'm gonna try something here. If you're really quick here, you can enter and put in the PAL key without the. Even though you get the alarm, the cutscene overrides the alarm. So there you go. There's a little speed tech for you. I will not be doing that on the next one because the next laptop is a tiny bit further forward. So I won't be doing it. This is an interesting one. That guard just doesn't see me, but he hears me later on. And I will show you another interesting thing you can do in this game called shuffling. Dude, hello? I told you there would be times I would be punching ladders. You can do a thing called shuffling by rapidly equipping and unequipping your weapon slot. And by doing so, Snake like kind of glides along. It looks, he does an animation as if he's gliding. I'll do it here now, just to demonstrate. But in a interesting side effect by doing this, you actually don't make any you make no footsteps. And the guards just can't hear you, so you actually are completely silent while going around. And it is allowed in the speedrun. It's allowed to do it
Yeah.
to skip you making noise, so I'll do it here. Like this. He just kind of looks like he's skating on the ground. And then you make
For those
no...
of you tracking step count, it stops. the
yeah,
step
it ruins the
count.
step count. You can't menu buffer it. But it's not allowed. You can actually use that glitch to skip some loading zones, I think, as well, but we don't do it in glitchless. I'm going to pick up these chaff grenades. I'm not sure if I need them or not. Okay. I entered here exactly at 1 hour 14 minutes, so I need to leave here a minute and 1 second later. I don't need those, actually. I'm used to having we use our live splits, so I split here normally when I enter, and I can use the live split to see when I leave. We get this ration. I don't need the ration. Oh, wait. I'm after messing something up. It'll be like another 3 seconds now. But I'll check the key anyway. I'm not going to leave without checking the key.
Yeah, so during this whole segment, we need to heat up and cool down the keycard depending on which laptop we're using. So here we need to cool it down, and we do that in this room, and you literally just wait 45 seconds, something like that.
It's a 61.
61, so it's a great time for breaks.
Yeah. So what we're going to be, we're going to be running back and forth. So if you have any time, if you want to mention anything again about the marathon, by all means, for the next few minutes, we will be going back and forward in this thing.
Sure. Well, I'll just remind folks that this is Slurpathon 9, raising money for Extra Life, which raises funds for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. All proceeds for this weekend's marathon go to the Alberta Children's Hospital Foundation.
Yeah.
Great
Last
cause.
year, Slurpathon raised $6,681 for Extra Life. We're hoping to make even more this year, so get those donations in there and get them in for naming Bahamut something silly for the Final Fantasy X run coming up.
Is Bod Mom still winning for Veil 4?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Bod Bomb is the only candidate currently
Okay, good.
for Veil 4.
Clearly they knew it was the correct option.
The-
I'm liking the Titus name as well. These are good donations.
Someone should donate for Reject. It's my favorite type of name.
It works on so many levels.
So like I said, you could, if you're really quick and your movement is really good, you can get to the middle laptop here by going directly, like, as the crow flies, so to speak. But yeah, it's not it ain't for me. I ain't risking it. So this is what I'll show you. I'll demonstrate how the guard will not be able to hear me if I do the skating. So normally we run past him here, which is fine, and he'll hear me as soon as we walk past him. So on this tile he'll hear me, but he will not hear me if I do this. There you go. A little bit of a showcase of the high-end glitches that I'm able to perform in this speedrun.
Top tier platinum glitches.
There you go.
Extra subscription fee.
I missed it because World of Warcraft started an update, so that's unfortunate.
Oh, I'll do it
Let's
again.
reload the stream.
I'll do it again.
Alright, thanks.
Your
I can
account's
do it
past
again.
due, Keto.
And again, big shout out again to the final, or I keep saying Final Fantasy. Shout out to the Final Fantasy community, right? Because they're great too. But I meant to say Metal Gear. I'm so used to running Metal Gear. Or God dang it! Yep, words, words. Come on, waves. I'm so used to running Final Fantasy games for marathons and any event normally. This is my first time running anything non-Final Fantasy related in anything, which has been great. So I want to say thank you to all the help that the Metal Gear Solid runners in the Discord have given me in my last minute questions of wondering what happens if this happens, and I'm having trouble here and there. They've been really cool. And if you want to go and learn this game, I would highly recommend it. It's nice and short speedrun, really cool. There's emulator friendly boards, so you can just use an emulator, you can use turbo, you can use whatever you want. Plenty of resources and guides. They have their own wiki, they have YouTube tutorials for everything. Also, get your guesses in for which corner of this we're going to stop in. Quick, top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid community, really good. They regularly have races and tournaments and stuff. They have a really good Discord. Really cool
It's true. It's a great community. They used to do a like Metal Gear Solid 2 very easy league where they had like
Bottom left.
a league of people doing races of Metal Gear Solid 2 very easy, which was a really fun thing when they were doing it.
Seems really cool. I see often they do like tanker stuff as well, which is like nice and short races and stuff. So yeah, really cool community. If you're anyway interested at all, do get involved and just ask them questions. They're really good at getting back to you. And if you have any interest in Final Fantasy VIII, come on over there too. That is my primary speed game as well. A bit longer. We do have a cutscene remover mod over there, but by all means, stop over there too. Got some really good guides there too if you want to learn that.
So did that elevator count as bot left or top right? Because the codex stopped at bot left.
I think it was bot left.
Elevator ended it.
Well, bot left, yeah, bot left. Chris
Got to keep track of the chat.
got it. So Sneaky got the first one. Chris got this. Chris and Gambit both got this one by the looks of it. And we've one more. On the way back down again after heating this card up, we've got one more chance. So I will call out the time here as well just to make sure. So it's 13. So 1:20:13. So 1:21:14. That will need to be this one. 1:21:14. Let's pick up these sucking bullets.
Surely if you leave the door open, the heat will escape, and it'll take longer.
You're letting the heat out. What are you doing? Yeah, sure. I'll close the door just for you, Keto.
All right.
There you go. I'll hug the wall, or maybe if he rubs his legs together really quickly. You know, if I do some squats, build up some.
Yeah.
Build up some
the
heat.
body heat.
That was like the old. There's like an old Metal Gear Solid joke of that where it's like you have to heat the key card up, Snake, and they like puts it in his pants, and they're like you have to heat it up more than that, Snake.
I'm actually doing really bad with that. Nope, don't run out the door. There we go. Now it's hot. It's that easy.
Right on.
And again, just back to the thing, like I've been running this game. I think I ran it for a day or two, a few months, about a month ago or 2 months ago, and then I submitted it to the marathon, knowing that full well I would have to re-practice it to do it in a marathon, which worked. And I PB'd yesterday. I got a 1:35, which I'm really chuffed about. But so it just goes to show if anyone does want to learn this, you can get pretty decent at it pretty quick. The only major strats that I'm not doing, I think I did do a really for Ocelot, the first fight I mentioned that there's a grenade strat. It's really kind of, you can practice it, get it perfect, just throw 2 grenades at him, but if you mess it up at all, it's a game over because the guy, the arms chief in the middle, however his name is, he dies and you just lose. So that's a strat that saves a lot of time. I don't do that. There's a strategy coming up for Liquid that I can sometimes do, but most often not. So that's another optimal strat. And I think I have a good bit of time save in the ninja fight. You can kind of do more manipping of his AI. But besides that, like I've most of the strats down within a week or two. So if anyone is interested in learning it, you can get pretty decent pretty quick. And call out your guesses. There's 4 guesses in chat. I'm going to say bottom right.
So is Brofar.
It's surely a conflict of interest if you vote place.
Well, no,
You could just take a larger arc at bot left in that case. Like
I make the radius a little bigger for that one. I didn't mean to. I think the way that someone else did it when I seen it first was that they just rotated Snake, and whichever direction Snake was facing of the 8 cardinal directions was it, I think, or something. But I think giving people a 1 and 4 is more fun, and then it's all good. Okay, let me scroll down my notes. I haven't looked at my notes in quite some time. Okay, we're good. Da 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 da. I'm turboing.
Waves gave me the notes, but I've not been scrolling down because I have no idea where to scroll down to. Because I've never played this game, so they're pretty useless.
The section we're at now is, and these are my own notes I've made. We're in Palkey Shittery, it's called at the moment. Is the section we're at. I need this key, which is the longest section by a long shot. There's a whole pile of just go forward, go back, go forward, go back, and we're coming up to the next split. The next section is the Metal Gear section. So excitement for that. If you remember having troubles fighting Metal Gear when you were a young skipper playing this game. I'm going to pick up some more stinger ammo. Spoilers of how we're going to kill Metal Gear. Having played this casually not that long ago and had a really hard time with Metal Gear, it's really interesting to see the speed strat.
You don't just punch it, do you? That's been half the strats for most of these bosses.
Punch them or hold grenades and let them blow up on you.
Yeah.
No, we use the intended mechanic, but just do it a bit quicker. It's actually mostly similar to phase 2 of the Hind D fight. You kind of just time your shots and do it correctly.
Fair enough.
I didn't mean to get an alarm. I just was a bit slow at my shooting. Okay.
You don't need to farm alerts
No.
anymore, Waves.
Just did it just in case, you know.
Just in case,
Just
yeah.
in case people forgot.
Safety.
Yeah, that was the last alarm. Oh no, but there's actually one more alarm after this. So we're gonna. Okay, are you all ready for the Miller reveal? I mean, sorry. We don't know. This Miller guy seems like he knows what's going on. I've been practicing this myself. I gotta just kind of time it. You gotta take off the glasses. I'm gonna leave my glasses on. With the hair, you gotta do the flick, and that's it. Off you go.
Whoa.
I need to do this. Turns out I've been liquid the whole time. I'm gonna. Do I full life? I do. That's what we call Otacon. He's hacking the door. We missed one really good one of those exposition questions that Snake does earlier on. He's like, "You're a hacker?" It's really good. It really sets the tone for the time this game was released. Hacker? Oh my god, Metal Gear. Okay, I need to hold X and R2. So here we go. This is the Metal Gear fight. One man versus an enormous machine. I'm gonna throw a chat. As soon as it makes noise or moves, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna swap to a stinger. And I hope you weren't expecting something super exciting, because we do not do it. Ta-da! And that was phase 1. No,
Wow.
Nice.
we can't do it. We can't do it.
You can't shoot? You can't do it?
I'm
Can't do
trying,
it.
but he won't do it.
Surely you can shoot.
Can I shoot
though.
liquid? No. Can't do it. Can't do it. Grey Fox in chat. I've tried so many times to shoot him now. It's no good. Can't do it. You can't do it, kid. If anyone played Final Fantasy X, it also sounds very familiar to when Jex says to Titus, it's like, you can't do it, kid.
No one can.
I'm the best.
Okay. Ta-da! That is Metal Gear defeated. Now, it is time for the most troll fight of the game. Unless you learn the infinite combo, and then apparently it's really consistent. I tried again last night to get the infinite combo done. My problem is less with the infinite combo. It's more with the setup to get him to the correct position so that you can then do the infinite combo. So I need to start thinking of Damn It by Blink-182, which is dun, 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 dun. So I'm going to take off my headphones and I'm going to try it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I won't be able to hear you guys for a second, but you'll be all right. Keto and Bodcap or Brofar can commentate this fight. They'll be okay.
Excuse me.
We could just listen to him a cappella the whole thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was gonna comment on the crane pose, but you know. Ah, fist to foot style. How would you like it?
He's bleeding first. That makes him the victor.
Wee wee pee wee.
This is a pretty difficult fight though, because you're time limited. If that on the top right reaches 0, then you die. And he needs to get Liquid down well before that. On retry attempts, you have to hold 3 minutes, but on the first attempt, you only have 2.5 minutes. And he needs to whittle Liquid down in that time, so he's going to go for an infinite combo setup, but it's so he's got it going there for a little bit.
We're just doing it casually. It failed. I tried.
Well, seeing that timer tracking down does remind me that this is ostensibly the last call for getting in those donations for Titus names for FF10. So, if you've got one,
Bahamut names too, but Titus names, that's coming up pretty quick.
He's in the final phase.
yeah.
So Liquid, like many other bosses, struggles with you running around in circles, so we just do that a few times. Counteracts his AI.
I didn't mean to kick him, but it's okay. Yeah, so he counters every time you punch him, and that's actually very good. Oops. But you can dodge his attacks by ducking, so it works out. So as soon as I get his health just to the right of the L, so now he should be okay. And that's it. Liquid. That was the Liquid fight. It's a shame I didn't get to try and do the actual correct strategy, but it is what it is.
Yeah, good fight regardless. Also, a reminder with the FF10 names, the Valifor name will be about 10 minutes into the run, and the Bama name won't be for about 2 hours in, so heads up.
That's not Otacon.
No, actually, this is really
Who's
strange.
this?
I'm so used to seeing Otacon here that it's a different one. So there's another very interesting glitch. Not a glitch, sorry. It's a feature that we found out lately as well. I didn't mean to do that. I want to grab him. Whereby you can actually control some of these guards with the second controller on the PS2. So I've already got a controller plugged in for... I've had a controller plugged in since Mantis. So what I'm going to do here for this one, I'll do it for the first one. I'm just going to hold left while I'm also going to shoot. So I'm going to line up my shot here with this. And I'm going to hold left on the analog of the second controller. And the guards will all run off. They'll run away. You won't see. There you go. They're all running off into the walls.
Oh, they just passed through the walls.
I think I might have glitched it. What's going on? Interesting.
But it's a major glitch.
It is a bit of a big one, yeah. It actually happens as well with this next section. Oh, I need to aim around here somewhere. I forgot to set up my shot. So what I did there is I got that guy to run over left, so it was easier to shoot. And then this. And that's it. It's a bit of a neat one. You can control the guards.
It was obviously intended because it's a second controller thing, but it's very strange that that works.
Probably like a
Game is
bug.
co-op.
Yeah, it's
Game
probably
is
a
co-op
bug
confirmed.
testing
It's
thing.
exactly as co-op as Final Fantasy IX is.
That is to say, completely.
Technically, yes, it is. So, I think the biggest revelation for me when I started learning the speed under this is that you can hold triangle to go into first-person view and make this whole section really easy. It's really like I spent it casually doing it like this, and it's really hard to aim correctly at Liquid. So it took me a few goes casually, but on with first person, it's pretty easy. So as I had said, my I was going, if my incentive time, or not my incentive time, my estimate time was really bad, I would have called the time when we lose control here. But the official end of run is actually at the end of the credits. So we got some time to wait for that.
Mhm.
So here we go. I'm just going to skip the cutscene.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to skip a codec and skip one more cutscene. And then we got to listen to the credits, which is actually sang by an Irish lady. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in Gaelic. It might sound, it's actually happened as well for recently. A girl I studied music with sang on the World of Warcraft soundtrack. I actually forgot to mention that as well. But and it's in fake Gaelic in World of Warcraft because they didn't want it to actually be Gaelic. But some of this track is actually Gaelic.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So you can
It's a good
definitely hear
song,
the Irish influences in this. My typical party piece for this is I just do a guitar solo over the entire ending of the song, to be honest, just to pass time for myself. I don't know if that's something we want to do.
Yes.
Yes, we'll see.
Chat wants it. Everyone wants it.
Do we want a cruddy guitar solo over the entirety of the thing?
They can put song requests.
Oh yeah, it could be anything.
Barbie girl.
It could be anything you want. It could be anything you want. It could be anything you want. Let me know if that's very, very loud or if it's too loud or anything. I can do.
That's actually quite all right.
It's okay?
Waves, would you be okay with doing a couple requests in exchange for donations?
Absolutely.
Well, chat, you heard it.
It might sound really weird over another song, but yes, I'm open for anything, and it can also be on piano. So I don't have you can't see.
Two eyes on me.
2 eyes on me.
You,
I can, but it'll sound weird. Actually, that's in C, so that mightn't sound so weird over this, which is an A minor. But
I believe you also have an automaton, don't you?
yes, I do. Which is right here. Is it got batteries? Yes, it does.
Beautiful.
Put it in the middle.
It hurts my ears.
It sounds like
You can
something
donate to make
dying.
him shut it
you
up,
can
too.
Donate to stop the automaton.
Somebody wants Thunderstruck?
That's been a while. There's Thunderstruck. Easy peasy.
Nice. Thunderstruck on the automaton. I don't think our ears are ready for that. I
I
don't
would just like
think
to
so.
point out, somewhat in the credits, the ninja animator's name was So Toyota.
Yes, I actually
Yeah,
read
yeah,
that
he's
last
the
Maximum
cutscene
Toyota.
director for most of the Metal Gear games. Is So Toyota.
That's fantastic.
It is. That's true.
Any more guitar requests while we're at it?
Little Lion Man.
That's more of a an acoustic guitar thing, but and it's gonna be really weird to do chords and stuff on the wrong key.
Got a request for Roundabout.
Was that the JoJo thing? I actually don't know that. I only found out because I only recently started watching JoJo, so now I only know that song. Christenarium is also going to do a solo over Final Fantasy X's soundtrack as well.
Oh yeah, perfect.
And he's going to tell you that he can't, but just keep asking him. He'll do it eventually.
Gotta needle him a little bit.
I hope the FF10 runners also sing the credits as well.
Oh yeah.
We're doing our bit here.
Oh, he said in chat he will.
I should have made that my. I don't have an incentive for Near Automata. I should have sung that theme song.
The music in
yeah.
it, that is so good as well. Really good music.
Can you do the Irish jig from 8?
It takes too long.
How do I do? I'd have to think about that. I don't do the Irish. And it's really hard to play over something while it's in. I'm listening to this song in my head, so it's hard. Well, there you go. That's the gist of Metal Gear Solid glitchless. I think we're coming in about 10 minutes under estimate, which should give you plenty of time to set up the awkward Kristen area.
As well as a last couple minutes to get in those Titus name donations.
And as soon as the score appears, it is. Oh no, wait. There's one more dialogue actually with another reveal. So thanks very much. Please do go check out if you're interested the Metal Gear Solid speedruns. I think it's actually MetalGearSolidSpeedruns.com. They have their own website. There's a Discord. Check it out. You'll get all the links through speedrun.com. If you just Google Metal Gear Solid Speedrun, you'll find everything. But nice. Thanks so much for Slurpathon for having me. Thanks for Keto and Brofire on comms. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for the run.
And thank you, Omax, for the hosting us as well. And everyone for
Yeah,
setting
no
up.
worries.
It's been a blast. I've broken out from RPG speedrunning. I'm now an action stealth game speedrunner, apparently. It's news to me. You can drop follow. I'm awesomewaves. Whatever, Twitter and Twitch and whatever, twitch.tv. You'll find me there. Primarily running, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but we'll be running something. I was running this for the last while. But thanks so much for everyone hanging out. And cheers. It's been cool.
Cheers.
Get the donations in.
Mm-hmm. Exclamation point donate and exclamation point incentives, I think.
And the big shocker, Mr. President. Dun dun dun. It's the president.
Dun, dun.
And time 1:42:16. And I actually didn't get the rank of pigeon. I got bandana for the first time. No, I get to be a pigeon. But that's it. That's all from Metal Gear Solid. Thanks so much, everybody. Cheers for having us. And
Cheers.
good luck with the rest of the marathon. Keep the donations coming in. Cheers.
All right. We'll be right back with Final Fantasy X.